Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Tom Dark channel. I am your host, Tom Dark, and in today's video, I'm going to once again be answering some of your questions. I posted that I would be accepting your questions a few days ago. I got like 500 of them, so there are plenty left to go through. So I thought, you know what, why not go through another round of them, just for fun, just for funsies over here, okay? I'm a fun guy, I'm a playful guy. I like to meme around and goof off and post goofs and even gaffs now and then. So yeah, I'm gonna read some questions now. Do you ever think about how certain drama in the commentary community is just so irrelevant in the grand scheme of things, but it is still thrilling to follow? Yeah, I definitely consider this from time to time. I definitely think about it, and really it's because, you know, I'm an introspective guy. In all seriousness, yeah, I do think about this. I mean, at the end of the day, there are videos I've done about more like serious situations, especially on like, you know, Turkey Tom. There are videos there that I think are about issues that matter and are actually kind of serious. But a lot of the stuff I cover over here on this channel is just not serious at all. And to me, that's part of the fun of all this drama-related stuff, right? I personally was kind of sick of only talking about the worst freaks ever on the internet, and I wanted to go back to talking about what the commentary community was built on. Just basically making videos about nothing. And so, I mean, here we are, I guess. Sometimes here on Tom Dark, I will do something that kind of matters, but overall, I think that the format lends itself much better to just straight, pure internet drama, like dumb stuff that's just entertainment, right? And I've personally been having a lot of fun with it lately, so I hope you guys get as much of a kick out of it as I do. I remember a while ago you were talking about doing some community stuff like a Minecraft server and some other things I can't remember right now. Do you still plan on doing stuff like that? Yeah, I absolutely do. I plan to start a Minecraft server and perhaps even a Discord server to go along with that, but I'm waiting until I'm moved out to do any of that because right now living with my family, like, you know, it's nice, but for the ideas and ambition I have for the community-oriented stuff, I need more space. I'm gonna buy a couple of PCs, one main PC for editing to replace a laptop, maybe like the daily workstation type thing, and then another PC to run community stuff exclusively. There's gonna be a lot that goes into it, okay? I'm planning to include a video series related to it that I'll do that I'll sort of explain more when I get to it. Overall, I have a lot of cool big things and ideas in my head that I do want to do before the end of the year, but I just need some more time. So firstly, the plan is just continue posting as much content as possible to build things up, and then once I have a place of my own, I'll move forward, and you know, everything that will be built around that will be able to take place. Firstly, I just need to be the content machine, all right? Be the content Sigma male. Sorry for the constant delays. I guess I haven't put like a deadline on it, but stuff like that will be coming. I do want to do them. I just haven't had the time yet. How do you pick the random songs you throw in between sections? It's always good shit. I'm curious how you decide because it's such a wide range. A Day to Remember to Michael Cera Palin is just random shit. It's great. I don't really have a solid process, I guess. I just kind of throw in whatever song I think would fit in that part of the video. Whatever I've been listening to lately, you know, I'll just go through like my recent Spotify listens and try to find something. Oftentimes when I hear a song, I'll be like, okay, this song will be good for a video, and I'll use it then. 3 commentary YouTubers you'd easily beat up in a fight. Okay, so this is sort of related to something I've wanted to talk about for a while. I'm not a tall person, all right? I'm just not. I think if I really want to push the rounding limits of my height, I would say I'm like maybe 5'11", but really I'm more like 5'10", I think. But the entire commentary community, and I think maybe YouTubers in general, are so fucking short. I went to VidCon last summer, and I was literally taller than almost everyone there. Everyone there is like 5'6". I do not know what is happening to this community. I do not know what is in the G Fuel, what is in the YouTuber water, but it's just not working out, okay? As for who I could beat up if I was in a self-defense situation, definitely people like Gamer from Mars. He would not stand a chance. Short little weakling, cannot take the heat. Definitely I could beat up Wavy Web Surf, hypothetically speaking, considering that his frail body, as well as his daily intake of what is called contaminated southern water, is filled with fertilizer runoff and fryer grease, so he would not stand a chance. He'd cower in fear, and I would obviously destroy Kirby, okay? In other circles known as Nicholas Diorio. As long as I could get around his suction power-up, alright? What got you into Nine Inch Nails? For me, it was Quake. I just want to know, since I noticed you use a lot of trance music in your videos. Yeah, I do like the stuff he did for Quake, but that was not what got me into it at all. I didn't play Quake until way later. When I was younger, and with my dad in his car, when he was driving me to school or wherever we were going, he always had Sirius XM because he liked to listen to Stern when he was going on trips. Basically, his job would require long car trips, and he couldn't stand like bad quality radio, so he always got Sirius in his cars. And apart from radio shows, he would also listen to some music. And I think the stations he listened to most on Sirius were Lithium, which is more of like an alternative rock station. They played like 90s stuff like Stone Temple Pilots Pilots and Alice in Chains, and then Octane was more of the hard rock station, and I think it was there that I first heard Head Like a Hole, and that song basically was like really weird and interesting to me. It didn't quite sound like anything I'd heard in rock before, and so when I heard it, it really stuck with me. So when I got more into music in early high school, I started listening to Nine Inch Nails, more of their like radio hits at first, obviously, but eventually I went down the whole discography and got into the albums, and yeah. What is your opinion on the ad-friendly ex-Viner side of commentary? Drew Gooden, Danny Gonzalez, etc. And how do you think they fit into the wider commentary space? Yeah, I definitely get the appeal to those guys, and I do watch Drew Gooden now and then because his videos are pretty well made for what they are, but personally, there's nothing super interesting about any of them that has ever drawn me in and made me think like, wow, this is really awesome and interesting content. I mean, Drew Gooden's probably the best out of any of those. I don't know, something about Cody Ko and all those guys, like, it's just not my kind of content. It doesn't appeal to me. I don't think they're very funny. Would you ever support an apolitical alternative tech video sharing platform again after Storyfire if they were transparent towards creators but had no chance of flourishing into a viable YouTube alternative? Very fun hypothetical that everyone likes to entertain, but there will never be a platform like YouTube. It's just not going to happen. I know you said this site won't be a direct competitor, but this like apolitical dream platform that like somehow does rival YouTube, that doesn't exist. All of these free speech alternative technology platforms have merely become breeding grounds for far right guys because, I mean, they're the people who get banned by YouTube and Twitter and all of that, right? So that kind of poisons the sites themselves because average people do not want to be around those guys. And then some of them will claim to be like in support of freedom of speech, right? Some of these platforms like Gab, but then their owners will end up being total weirdos who ban a lot of things. And basically if you call them out on it, they're like, well, that's not included in freedom of speech, but it's like, okay, you missed the point. That's not it. This reality where there's some apolitical, unbiased platform that bans no one and is totally like fine, middle of the road, will never happen. I'm very black-pilled on this issue, I guess you would say. It's just not happening. At this point, your choices are to make do with what you've been provided as far as like YouTube and Twitter and abide by their ever-changing and annoying and constricting rules, or you just get yourself banned. And as cool as it may seem to get banned because you're challenging the status quo or whatever, in actuality, being banned from YouTube forever or even temporarily is not a fun thing. So don't go out and do that if you can avoid it. Have some sense of self-preservation, all right? Be a cool and smart guy. Don't screw yourself. What are your unironic 2022 goals and New Year's resolutions for your YouTube channels and maybe life in general? I don't have any like set specific New Year's resolutions or anything like that. I've never really been into that, but I guess my goals for the channel would be to make enough money that it's not really a concern. I don't have to worry about it for the next like 5 to 10 years. That would be pretty good. It's a lot of money to make for sure, but you know, I hope I can do it. And it would be good to be able to save enough so that I don't have this like looming fear in the back of my head that my whole life could go to shit. I'm on track to do that right now. Things are going good, so that's good. And past that, I don't know if I would consider these next two personal goals or like just stuff I plan to do, but move out, buy a new car. Not necessarily a new car, but my current car is owned by my parents. And you know what? Like I can't be having that. I need to be a free bird, okay? And I also want to move out, so obviously that's a big plan to have my own bachelor pad, okay? My own apartment where I can have more freedom to make more content and that kind of thing. I'm not going back to college anytime soon, so why not? What's been your favorite project that you've helped publish? Something that you worked on, but maybe it's on a different channel than one of yours, or part of it is. I was going to answer this question like completely how they asked it, but instead I decided that I want to talk about myself a little bit more. I think my favorite video on my main channel, the favorite stuff that I've done there, would be my videos about Futuristic Hub. For my second channel, I think the Jalen video is pretty good. I'm kind of proud of that one, even though, you know, it's like a gameplay commentary video. I think it's a pretty good video. And collaboratively, to actually answer the question that I was asked, I helped the Gamer from Mars on a big video he did about Basherverse that was really awesome, and I'm really glad I got to be a part of that video in some capacity. What microphone and software do you use to make your videos? I use Sony Vegas Pro 14.0 to edit my videos, the same thing I've used for like, I think 4 years now. And for my audio recording, I use Audacity. For my microphone, I use an Audio-Technica AT2020. It's the USB version, and I think it might be discontinued, but you can probably still find it on Amazon. And I also have like one of those weird like boom arms attached to it that you use to move it around all crazy and wacky like, you know, so yeah, I got one of those. All of this is stuff that I'd highly recommend if you can get them at a reasonable price, which can be done if you know where to look. And for the last question of the day, have you ever felt the touch of a woman? What am I, fucking gay? Okay, so that's really all I have for today. If you guys liked the video, then be sure to leave a like on it. If you didn't like it, then leave a like anyway, because I'm telling you to right now. If you have any thoughts, be sure to leave them down in the comments section below, letting me know what you guys think and how you feel, all right? Use my comment section as if I'm your therapist and you're sending me a concerning message. Be unhinged.
I'm tired! I'm fucking tired of all of this! So I'm done! I'm fucking done!
And I will see all of you in the next video. Soon. tomorrow, likely. Yeah. Bye.